This one. Dhato ridito riyo sarveshware bahulam, which means the e or u of a dhatu changes to e and uva when a Vishnu Bhakti beginning with the Sarveshwara follows. Uh, so now you might be wondering, धातु बोल है पर ये तो हम नाम कर रहे हैं, पर हम आगे पढ़ेंगे कि श्री भी एक धातु है, श्रींग सेवायाम बेसिकली. श्री मीन्स टू सर्व. तो और इसमें लॉन्ग ई है, तो लॉन्ग ई का हो गया ईयर, ईयर. So by applying 195 sutra dhatu sarveshwar bahulam, so it becomes, and when a when a Vishnu Bhakti follows beginning with the Sarveshwara, like Au is a Vishnu Bhakti which starts with the Sarveshwara, in that case this will become Krishna, it will become Iya and Au, so we combine them, Krishna Shriyau. And similarly, Krishna Shri just, so again this becomes Iya, Krishna Shriyas and Krishna Shriya. You know Shriya Kanta, that verse from Brahma Samhita. Shriya Kanta Kalpa. What is that verse? Shriya Kanta.
Kanta
Kanta something. So there that Shriya is made by the same process. Shri and just Orshas. So this becomes E, and so it becomes so Shriya. Like that. 2.1 is same Krishna Shriyam. 2.2 is Krishna Shriyo. 2.3 is same Krishna Shriya. Same rule. Simple rule, very nice rule. And like that, all. In 3.1, it will be Krishna Shriya. Krishna Shri Bhyam. In Shri Bhyam 3.2, it will be Krishna Shri Bhyam. Because this is a Vishnu Bhakti which is not starting with a Sarveshwara. That's why it remains as it is. So like that. Like that it goes. So what will be 3.3? Will be 4.1 Shriye Shribhyam Shribhyah. Then 5.1 Shriyah. 5.2 5.3 same. 6.1 also same. 6.2 will be Shriyah. 6.3 will be Krishna Shriyam. Shri Vamana Gopi Radhavya Nadama. So it will also be same. So Dhatu Ritu Rivo Sarveshwari Bahulam and Shriyam. And this 7.1 is interesting. Krishna Shri plus me. So it becomes Shri, Shri, because this E becomes ear means I and Y, and then this small I. So Krishna Shri, then Krishna Shriyo, then Krishna Shri Shu, and that's all, like that. So similarly, that was example of long E. This is example of long U. So, so here, let us make a tail chart. So first one is bhu, then dhato riduto rivo sarveshwara bahulam. So this bhu, this u changes to uv as we studied. The long u, because bhu is also a dhatu that we will study in the next chapter. So this long u changes to uv when a Vishnu Bhakti beginning with the Sarveshwara follows. So it becomes bhuvav, bhuvav. Yes, and then this becomes bhuvaha, om bhur bhuvaha. So this is that om bhur bhuvaha. We chant in Gayatri. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So because many planetary systems are being discussed there, so om bhur bhuvaha 1.3. Then this becomes bhuvam, bhuvam mangalam something. Then bhuvav, then bhuvaha, uh, then bhuva, then bhubhyam, then bhubhihi. This becomes bhuve. Then bhubhyam, bhuvyah. This becomes bhuvaha. This is bhubhyam, bhuvyah, bhuvaha. This becomes bhuvoho. This bhuvam. This becomes bhuvi. Bhuvi bhara vahantarko. This is in what? Bhuvi bhara vahantarko. I think in Shat Goswami Ashtakam. Bhuvi. Bhuvi pura. Even that is there, na? Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhuvi pura. Deha Bedam Gatavita. Maybe. Bhuvaho and Bhushu. Like that. So this is for Bhu. So like that, two words. So this is very important actually. Dhatori, Dhutori, Vau, Sarveshwar, Bahulam. Mm, then, mm, okay, now we'll do this one. Pitri. This is important. We skipped some because they were not that important. This is Pitri, as we say Pitra Loka and so on. So this is interesting. Pitri. So in this case, we apply the Sutra 188, which is, what is 188 Sutra? Ri Ram Sakhibhyam Ushanas Purudamshas Aneha Satyate Bheshta Sauraj Buddham Vina. You can scroll to Sutra 188. Ri Ram Sakhibhyam Ushanas Purudamshas Aneha Satyate Bheshta Sauraj Buddham Vina. That after Ri Rama, which one means this one, uh, and Sakhi and Ushanas and Purudamshas Anehas, after these words, for a word which ends with the Ri Rama, the Su is replaced by Ach. That was the meaning of that sutra. So, Pitri, Su is replaced by Ach by that sutra. And because in a pratyaya where cha is an indicated letter, so we remove the sansara by sutra sansarasya harashchuti. So we have this and we combine them, so it becomes pita, father. So fortunately in Hindi we use this still, pita, 1.1. O pita. Was it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then 1.2, Pitri, oh, what will happen here? Ri Ramasya Govindaha Pandaveshu Maucha. It means Ri Rama takes Govinda when the Pandavas or Ni follows. Okay, what is Govinda for Ri Rama? What is Govinda for Ri Rama? What Ri Rama becomes? Anyone?
Or it becomes our
Yes, it becomes Ar. Now, what are the Pandavas?
first five of Suojas.
Yes, yes. So first, so when first either of the first five of Sumojas falls, then Ri Rama takes Govinda. Or even if 7.1 me follows, even then also Ri Rama takes Ar. So by applying this 200 sutra, so it becomes Pitar, Au, and Pitarau, Pitarau. Then 1.3 is same. We apply Pitri, just us remains. Riramasya Govinda Pandaveshu Maucha. So by this sutra, Pitaras, Pitaraha, Pitaraha. Same. Here also same. Pitaram, same process. 2.2 is same. Pitarau, like 1.2. Then 2.3 will be, so Pitarau, Pitaraha, Pitaram, Pitarau. So 2.3 will be like previous words. So Dashavatara Shasor Ramaharaha, because Re is also considered a Dashavatara. So the of us will be deleted. So Pitri and Dashavatara se Trivikrama Shasi Tasmat Sona Pumsi. So the Re becomes long and Sa becomes now. So it is Pitrin. So in Bhagavad Gita this word is used where? Very famous word. The worshippers of forefathers go to the abode of forefathers. That's shloka.
Yanti.
Uh-huh.
Pitrin Yanti.
Pitrivrataha.
Huh.
So there, if you check, this is the form 2.3. Pitrin, like that. Then Pitri. ta. So in this case, I think it's simple. There is no special rule for here. So there will be Sandhi rule applied. Ridvayam Rah. So it becomes Pitra. Ridvayam Rah. 3.2. Simple, we just combine them. Pitribhyam. 3.3. Combination. Pitribhi. Then 4.1 will be same. Ridvayam Rah. Pitre. So like that. Pitre, Pitribhyam, Pitribhyah. Then 5.1 will be 5.1 is Nasibhyam. Nasib. So a new sutra is introduced. Riramatam Nasingasarasya. After Rirama, the A of Nasi and Nas is replaced by Uch. Again, this whenever you see this cha, it means dal mein kuch kala hai. Means cha means sansarasya harasthiti will be applied. So when Nasi and Nas is there, so they are replaced by Uch after Rirama. So applying the Sutra 201, what we get is Pitri, and we apply this Uch. Sansara se harashtiti. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. It says the A of Nasi and Nas is replaced by Uch, not the full. So this A is replaced. So we apply the Sutra 201. So Pitri and Uch, and then we have this remaining. So in this case, Sansara se harasthiti will be applied. So this last Sarveshwara will be removed. So what we have now is Pitus, and it becomes Pituhu. Pituhu means from father. So Pitribhyam, Pitribhyah, then 6.1 is same like 5.1. Pituhu, same form of Pita, of father. 6.2 is, I think, Pitroho. Yeah, 6.2 is Pitroho. Ridvayam Raha, same Sandhi Sutra. Then 6.3 is like previous, we can understand. Pitri Am, Vamana Gopi Radhavinu Dami, then Vamana Sitra Vikramanami, and then Rasharidebhya Nasyanaha. So it becomes Pitrinam. Is that clear? This one? Is this clear? This one?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Then 7.1, Pitri. So Riramasya Govinda Pandaveshu Naucha. Even when me follows, so Rirama takes Govinda. So by this 200 sutra, we apply the sutra, and what happens is this ni is replaced by, sorry, this is replaced by and we combine them. Pitari. 7.2 is same, Pitro, and 7.3 is Pitri Su and Pitri Shu. by Ishwara Harimitra Kangabhya Pratyayinchi Sasyasha. And then the Sambodhana. Oh, there is a new sutra, huh? One- one- Okay, we'll do the Sambodhana for Pitri on Monday. New sutra. I don't want to bombard so many sutras. So that was Pitri Shabda. So we did 3 words today actually. Krishna Shri. And basically we did 3 words and I think 3 sutras only. So for Krishna Shri, we had the sutra. What was the sutra? Dhatu Ridutor Yuva Sarveshri Bahulam. That of a dhatu, the long E or the long U becomes E and U respectively. That was the meaning of that sutra. So this was applied in both the words Krishna Shri and even in Bhu. And here we had 2 sutras in Pitri. One was Riramasya Pandaveshu, no, Riramasya Govinda Pandaveshu Moksha of Rama. It takes Govinda when what follows? A Pandava follows? No. When a Pandava follows or 7.1 Ni follows. That's it. And second sutra we did is Re Ram Mato Nasingasorasya Uch. Of Re Rama, after Re Rama, the 5.1 Vibhakti and the 6.1 Vibhakti. So the of these 2 Vibhaktis is replaced by Uch. So even if you don't memorize the sutras, no issue. But if you can, retain the meaning like something like this, it will work out. So 3 sutras and 3 words we did today. So like that. Means these were new sutras. Of course, we applied previous sutras as well. These were new sutras. Anything in these words to say or to ask?
Like generally we hear that Pitri means forefather. So here also is it exactly the meaning like that, forefather, or
Let us see what they have translated. This they have translated as father here actually.
okay.
Let us check in the dictionary. So they say a father. Prajapati, even father, mother, parents. They say forefathers, even ancestors,
Hmm.
deceased ancestors, even. It's like that, progenitors of mankind.
Hmm.
So it's a broad concept.
Uh-huh.
Like that.
Project Krishna Shri, Shri you said Sevayam. So Krishna Shri, what will be the meaning of Krishna Shri?
Krishna Shri means see that was the main meaning of the main root. But
Uh-huh.
when we apply dhatu naam anek arthatvat, a single dhatu can have multi meanings.
Okay.
Just by applying a different upsarga, we can have different meanings.
Uh-huh.
Uh, like. There was very one good example of one dhatu. I'm not remembering it right now. But Krishna Shri means one who takes shelter of Krishna in this case.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So, Krishna. Like that. Okay?
Thank you.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Today we'll discuss the next, this one. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadanu Dati Swapadanta. So, Yatha Shri Narada Pancharatre. So, Anyabhilashita Shunyam was the main key verse, and now Rupa Goswami is giving reference to support that verse from Narada Pancharatra. So, Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam Tat Paratvena Nirmalam Hrishikena Hrishikesh Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So, Sarva Upadhi, one minute. Sarva Upadhi Vinirmuktam. Actually, I think we'll discuss the Tika first and then we'll come back here on the main shloka. So this is here. So this onwards. Tat paratvena anukulyena. The word tatpara is equal to the word anukulyena in the last verse. Sarva iti anyabhilashita shunyam. The word sarvapadhi vinirmuktam refers to anyabhilashita shunyam. Means you can mentally adjust both. Like anyabhilashita shunya means devoid of anyabhilashas, and sarva upadhi vinirmuktam also is devoid of the false designations. So Jiva Goswami is comparing both the verses. Like sevanam anushilanam. So in the last verse we had the word anushilanam, anukullena Krishna anushilanam, and in this verse we have the word sevanam, Rishikesh Rishikena Hrishikesh sevanam. So Hrishikesh sevanam and Krishna anushilanam, they are like the same words. Nirmalam sarvapadhi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. So nirmalam is equalized with jnana karmadya navritam. Means it's just another way of saying like no mala. Nirmal means without mala, without any bad elements like that. And this is another way of saying the same thing. Devoid of or uncovered by jnana and karma. Prabhupada translates it as unalloyed devotion. So like that. And ataha uttamatvam swataha eva uktam. And in this manner, the superiority of Shuddha Bhakti is revealed swataha eva. Is revealed by the process only. So I had one chart for this verse. Let me just see. So this is basically a reference for the last verse. Okay. Yes. So this is like equivalence between the two verses. The same commentary, just in points. So sarvapadhi vinirmuktam is equal to anyabhilashita shunyam, free from all material designations, desires. Tat paratvena is equal to anukulyena, with devotion to him. Nirmalam refers to jnana karmadya navritam, without blemish. Rishikena sevanam is anushilanam, Krishna shilanam, and Hrishikesh is Krishna. So like that. Okay. So we'll just do next one. Shri Bhagavatasya Tritiya Skandhecha. So even in the, so I think now the verse is clarified. Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Means generally Srila Prabhupada's when in ISKCON we hear this verse, so it's basically when we have to speak something on designation upadhi, so we use this verse, and also
Yes.
for Rishikena Rishikesi Sevanam, to serve Krishna by through the senses. But here basically Rupa Goswami presented it in keeping in the mind to substantiate his own verse, which is Anya Vilashita, and this verse is from Narada Pancharam.
I just have one curiosity, like we say mukta or muktam. Now, when we say vinir muktam, like is there any add-on or any special meaning in muktam, like by saying vinir muktam?
Means the at the last.
No, in muktam we are adding vini, na vinir, vini.
Okay, okay.
So any special type of means what is extra we are adding in the meaning by saying vinir muktam?
Okay. So mukta means liberated, simple. What is nirmukta? Nirmukta means hmm, same thing. Nirmukta is like free from every attachment. Nihsanga. You see?
Hmm.
Nihsanga. This is important. Nihsanga.
Hmm.
Nihsanga is nirgata sanga. Nirgata sanga means without attachment.
Hmm.
And V stands for Vishesh Rupena.
Hmm.
Like even the word sannyasa is very interesting actually. The word sannyasa, it is made up of sun, ni, and asa, and actually a and uh, asa. So this stands for, this is some actually. So this is samyak rupena. Ni stands for mm, oh yes, nishchaya rupena, with determination, and a refers to completely, or sarvato prakarena. They all look little bit same, but even though they are same, they emphasis, and asa means to give up. So basically the point is to give up. But all these upsargas, they make sure that giving, the process of giving up is fully, a complete process, not partial process. It's like Sanatan Goswami told to that person who came to him, the devotee of Lord Shiva, for touchstone. And Sanatan Goswami handed him that touchstone from the dustbin. But later on his way back to his home, the person thought that if it was that important, then why was it kept in a dustbin? And then he went back and asked Sanatana Goswami that I think you must be having something more precious, something more valuable than this touchstone. So please give me. Then Sanatan Goswami told him that first of all you have to sacrifice. You have to throw or give it, throw it into Yamuna. So throwing it into river like Yamuna is like giving up fully, because Yamuna will carry that touchstone somewhere. And even if afterwards he wishes to have that touchstone back, he cannot. So so like that upsargas make a more serious sense of the main verb. So in this case the main verb is asa. So like that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Anyhow, so Shri Bhagavatasya Tritiya Skandhe, we'll just quickly do this one. Even in the third canto of Bhagavatam, a reference to Anya Vilashita is given. Ahaitukya vyavahita ya bhakti purushottame सालोक्य सार्ष्टे सामिप्य सारूप्यैकत्वमप्युत दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति विना मत्सेवनं जनाः स एव भक्ति योगाख्य आत्यंतिक उदाहृतः. So, okay, let's check the commentary first. Ahetuki iti. Atra ahetuki stands for, it's again same thing. He's comparing with Anya Vilashita. Ahetuki stands for Anya Vilashita Shunya. Okay. Avyavitaha stands for Jnana Karmadi Anavrita. Because if Jnana and Karma are there, so they become the cause. Or not the cause. They interfere in bhakti, and the bhakti is not abhyabhichari. It becomes vyabhichari. It is blocked by obstacles of jnana and karma. And bhakti is bhav rupa, tathapi etat avyabhicharini kriya rupa api lakshyate. So what it means is, because it says that the devotees, mat sevanam jana, the devotees, they are so engaged in bhakti, which is ahetuki and avyavahita, that without a practical service, mat sevanam. So mat sevanam not only refers to the feelings or the sentiments. Of course, the sentiments are there in devotees, but they also refers to kriya rupa, the practical services. So the devotees, they are very much interested into mat sevanam, the devotional service, both bhav rupa and kriya rupa, and they do not accept the different kinds of liberations, even if they are offered for free, like salokya, sarshti, samipya, sarupya, and ekatvam, five of them. So diyamanam api na grinanti. Even if these liberations are offered to the devotees, they do not accept them. They only accept uh, practical, loving, devotional service to Shri Krishna. Sa eva bhakti yogakhya atyantika udahritaha. So it says, ahetukitvam eva visheshena darshati salokya iti. So by referring this shloka, Salokya Sarshti, that the devotee does not accept different liberations, it shows the nature of his bhakti, which is ahaituki, without any cause. And that's why he's even rejecting all the liberations uh, like that. Yasyamiti Sheshaha Atyantikaha Parama Purushartaha. And in this way, such a kind of devotional service is Atyantika, which is Parama Purushartha, which is the topmost. How can we translate this? Um, Object of human pursuit. Okay, which is the topmost object of human pursuit? Let us put it like that. Or which offers love of Godhead, even in that way also we can translate. So like that. Yes. So yeah. So not tomorrow, Monday, we'll start this symptoms of pure devotional service, Kleshagni, Shubhada, quite famous things. And before that, just a quick, just something here. 5 types of liberation. Chalukya, living on the same planet. Sarshti, enjoying same opulences. Samipya, Samipya, live as companion. Sarupya, have same features. Sayujya, become one with the Lord. So the devotee rejects all these.
I have a question in these 5 types of liberation. One devotee was asking me, like, I found question quite logical that, like, is it like these 5 types of liberation are like compartmentalized, that one will have only Salukya or only Samipya? because if somebody is living is close to Lord Vishnu, he's on the same planet also.
Yes, yes. Means, yeah, of course, you are saying the right thing. It's not that one will only get one and not the rest of the four. Means,
Uh,
if someone is living on the same planet, so it's
uh,
natural that he will be enjoying the same opulences, and he will be in company with Vishnu. He will be having same features. Uh, but this Sayujya is quite different actually.
Sayuji is different, yes.
Sayujya is different category, but other four they are like different categories, but they are all together. So basically, the scriptures they have classified differently. Although one gets, as per I understand, one get all of them at a point. But Sayujya is quite a different thing, Ekatvam. So maybe there is something else on this point. But also, I think in the same line that one gets these four together. And even if the Shastra says that, for example, in Aghasura Vadha, so Aghasura is said to have achieved Sarupya.
Hmm.
So, but it doesn't mean that he is not living in company with Krishna or Vishnu or Sarshti and Salokya. It is very obvious that Sarupya means he has got Vishnu form. So, first of all, he must be living on the same planet,
Hmm.
Vaikuntha,
Yeah.
and for other two also. So the main point was highlighted like Sarupya, but it is very obvious that is also availing of other three muktis. So yes, I think it as well.
I was just thinking, maybe it is my speculation that just like in the rasas we have gradation. Na? So like Madhurya rasa contains everything else also. Is there any gradation in these muktis? I have never read about it, but
Even I myself have not come across any lectures on any scriptures
uh,
till now. Means it's not that I've read all scriptures, but it's not something like that.
so that's why I thought that if all are anyway available, what is the point of like having separate categories? So yeah, as you said, like a person when he is liberated, he gets all of them together.
Mhm.
Correct, no?
Yes, yes. Means I think maybe Rupa Goswami will discuss it further here, and maybe we'll have to do some research on this point.
Uh-huh.
I never
Yeah.
thought in this line, but it appears factual, and it appears to be a truth that if one means these four, goes uh, along, go along.
So I was actually thinking like Proji, there is Sarupya having same features. So that means in Vaikuntha, everyone does not have same feature but still live in Vaikuntha.
Means it is well known that everyone in Vaikuntha they have the same features.
Uh,
It is very well known. Means
uh,
uh, and the difference also is there in third canto actually. I don't know which chapter, 16, 17, 18. It's very wonderfully mentioned the description of Vaikuntha Loka.
hmm.
So, all everyone uh, is having a Vishnu form, and the main Vishnu, the presiding deity, is only differentiated because the main Vishnu is having the what is that? Shrivatsa Chinna, Shrivatsa Chinna on his chest,
Hmm.
and Kaustuba jewel, I think, yeah. So
Uh,
only these two things differentiates him from all the rest of the forms. Otherwise, they are all the same.
uh.
Means so it is very much obvious that they get all same forms and like that.
Hmm.
But there may be some more details. I don't know.
Yes, Proji. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Yes, Proji. Thank you.
So I think it's enough for today. So we'll meet on Monday, 6:45. Thank you very much. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.